Welcome back to my channel Medasvi Commerce Classes. So today I am going to solve one problem in the oversubscription which is given in your model question paper, in one of your model question paper. Okay, so you practice with the premium problem as well as oversubscription problem. As I already told you, solving the oversubscription problem is so easy and it is so simple also. If you know how to solve the journal entries, it will be very simple. So now we'll move on to solving this problem. I've taken the question from your model paper only for your reference. So here, Krupa Company Limited issued 20,000 equity shares. How many shares they are issuing? They are issuing 20,000 and it is equity shares they have mentioned. What is the face value of one share? Face value of one share is 10 rupees. So these 10 rupees they are paying it in these three stages. So that is 2 rupees in the application stage, 3 rupees in the allotment stage, 5 rupees in the first and final call stage. As you all know that when we are going to receive the money from the shareholders, we are going to receive it in these three stages. First we will receive it through application, then we will receive it through a allotment, then we will receive it through a first and final call. So how many shares we have issued? 20,000. Applications were received for 25,000 shares. For how many shares you have received the application? For 25,000. But you want only 20,000, right? So 5,000 is the excess. This situation is called as a oversubscription. When the applications received is more than the applications issued, then it is called as oversubscription. So that 5,000 excess you can't allot the shares because you have only 20,000 shares to be allotted. So what they did, excess applications were rejected. So excess is how much? Excess is 5,000. 5,000 application you have rejected, okay, and money refunded. You have refunded that money. All the money was duly received except the first and final call on 500 shares held by Akash. So here all the extra money what you have received for 5,000, that one you have refunded. Now you have issued only 20,000 shares. All the call money they have received, but only except 500 shares which was held by Akash, he failed to pay the money. So directors cancelled these shares and reissued to Sagar at 6 per share. Okay. So now you have to keep it in your mind. What is the first stage? First stage is your application stage. First stage is your application stage. Keep it in your mind. In the application, we have to pass two entries. One is receiving the application money and another one is transferring the application money. Okay. First, you have to receive the application money. Keep it in your mind. Whenever you are going to receive the money through any stages, that will be debited to your bank account. They will directly put to the bank account in the share in while receiving the money through the shares. Okay, so receiving, bank account, debited to share application. Which money you are receiving, that account will be credited. And next, transfer. To where you have to transfer? See, the shares are capital. Okay. This 10 rupees is a capital to you people. This 10 rupees you are not receiving in a single shot. You are receiving it in a different stages. So all these stages are called as parts of capital. These are the different parts of capital. Okay. So here when you receive the application money, you are going to transfer that application money to the capital because that is a part of the application which should be transferred to the capital. So we'll pass these two entries first. So first entry is receiving the application money. As I already told you, entry will be, what will be the entry? Bank account debited to bank account debited to, they have clearly mentioned equity share. So we will also write as equity share application account. Equity share application account. So how many shares we are receiving? 25,000. See, listen carefully. See, I'll show you the problem here. 20,000 you have issued, but you have received the application for 25,000 shares. So you should write 25,000 here. What is the application money? Application money is 2 rupees per share. Okay, 25,000 into 2, which comes to 50,000, 50,000. Clear? Any doubt in this? Hope you people understood this one. So first receive the application money. Whenever you receive any money, bank account will be debited. Which money you are receiving, that account will be credited. Okay. So you are receiving for 25,000 shares, 2 rupees per share. 25,000 into 2 is 50,000. I am not passing the, writing the narration, but compulsorily you should write the narration for each and every entry. Okay. Next, second one. Next is transfer. This application money you have to transfer it to the capital. From where you are transferring? You are transferring it from the application account. So application account will be debited. To where you are transferring? You are transferring to the capital. So capital account will be credited. Okay. So now we'll pass the entry. Share, equity share, application account debited to equity share, capital account. Now one more thing, see, you are not transferring entire shares, only how many shares you are allotting? You can allot it only 20,000 shares, but you have received 25,000, no, that 5,000 extra you have to refund it, no. So refunding in the sense you have to pay it through the bank, so your bank account will be debited over there, so bank balance will decrease us, so you have to add one more year to bank account. That's all over subscription, only add this one to bank account. Ma'am, how to write the amount here? Application, how many application we have received? 25,000 into, what is the application money? 2 rupees. So out of which, how many is our original? Our original is 20,000. Only 20,000 you can transfer it to the capital. And how many is excess? How much you have to refund? 25,000 minus 20,000. So 5,000 you have to refund it. 5,000 into 2. 25,000 into 2 is 50,000. 20,000 into 2 is 40,000. And 5,000 into 2 is 10,000. Okay, clear? Understood? This is the major thing which you have to keep it in your mind, that is to bank account. In over subscription, we will get this one to bank account. Okay. Fine. Bank account is very, very important here. Next, now we have completed with the remaining, all the entries will remain same. Okay, so now we have completed with the application stage. After application, what is the next stage? Allotment stage. Second stage is allotment. So in allotment, again we have to pass two entries. One is due entry and another one is receive entry. Okay, due entry will be same as of transfer entry. How we are passing the transfer entry? Same will be a due entry. So first we will pass the due entry. Which money is due? Which money is due here? Allotment money is due. So share allotment account debited to share capital account. Share capital account. This is the due entry. How many shares you have to take? Now you have to take only 20,000. 5,000 you have already refunded. You have given it back. 5,000 is not there. 20,000 into, what is the allotment money? Allotment money amount. How much is the allotment money? Allotment money, you can see here, allotment money is 3 rupees. So that is 20,000 into 3, which comes to 60,000 and 60,000. Now due entry is finished. After due entry, what is the next entry? Next is receiving the allotment money. As I already told you, whenever you are going to receive any money, bank account will be debited. So bank account debited to share allotment account. Which money you are receiving? Here and all you should use equity, because in the problem equity is there. equity share allotment account. So how much amount you have written, same amount you can take it here also. How much is due, that much you are receiving. Now completed with the allotment stage. What is the next stage? Second stage, third stage is first and final call. First and final call. Here again pass two entries. One is due entry and another one is receive entry. See, I don't have much time, that's why I am not explaining particularly why this account is debited and why this account is credited. So that you have to understand while you are your teachers have been done your chapters, I think so. Okay, that so here in depth I can't tell you, but only the entries how to pass I can make you people to understand. First and final call, again pass the due entry. So while passing the due entry, first which account to be debited? Which account is due, that should be debited. Equity share first and final call account debited to equity share capital account. So how many shares? 20,000 into what is the share price? That is first and final call, it is 5 rupees. 20,000 into 5 is 1 lakh, 1 lakh. Okay, next after due entry, next is receive entry. When you are receiving, which account will be debited? Bank account will be debited. So bank account debited to equity share, which amount you are receiving? First and final call. Equity share first and final call account. Now here you have to wait. You can't take this 1 lakh, entire 1 lakh. Ma'am, why we can't take this? First you listen here. See here what they have given. All the money was duly received except first and final call on 500 shares. 500 shares you are not receiving. So total how many shares? Total is 20,000 shares minus 500 equals 19,500 into 5 rupees. You are receiving only for 19,500 rupees. So which comes to 97,500. 97,500, 97,500. Understood? Next, seventh one. Now, ma'am, all the three stages are completed. Now what you are supposed to do? Next is, the fourth one is cancellation. That is nothing but forfeiture. Now you have to pass the forfeiture entry here. Ma'am, why forfeiture? See, 500 shares this Akash have not paid. So what these directors are doing? Directors are cancelling these shares. After cancelling, they are reissuing these shares to Sagar at ₹7. So now you have to pass the cancel entry. How many shares they are cancelling? 500. So now for all the entries you have to take 500 shares only. Okay, what will be the entry for cancellation? Equity share capital account debited. Equity share capital account debited to share forfeiture account to equity share first and final call account. Okay, how many shares you have cancelled? 500. Take 500 in all the three. 500 into 500 into 500 into. Okay. I'm so sorry, I'm not able to explain the journal entries here, because if I want to explain all this, why it has been debited, why it has been credited, it will take a lot of time. So now you don't have any option. Please just go by heart it, because same entries you are going to get it, but only the amount will change. No need to worry, just by heart it and put it now. That's all. You don't have any option. If you want, I can explain it, why this account is debited, why this account is credited, but it will take so much of time. So equity share capital, now you take the face value. What is the face value? Face value is 10 rupees. Ma'am, where is face value? They will give here. Face value, I have already told you. What is the total price of one share? This is face value. Face value is 10 rupees. Take this 10 rupees in the share capital. And then first and final call. First and final call you can see here. First and final call is how much? 5 rupees. Now 10 minus 5 you have to write it here. Understand? First share capital face value 10 rupees. First and final call 5 rupees. 10 minus 5, it is 5 in the middle for feature. Okay. 500 into 10 is 5000. 500 into 5 is 2500. 500 into 5 is 2500. Now cancellation is completed. Ma'am, after cancellation what you are supposed to do? So after cancellation what they are doing? They are reissuing these shares. Next entry is reissue. Reissue is nothing but we are reselling this to Sagar. So here when we resell any of the shares, we will not give an option of paying the money in the installments like application, allotment, like that. Entire money will be received in a single shot. So that amount will go to your bank account directly. So hence we are receiving the money to our bank account balance will increase us. So increase in an asset should be debited. Bank account debited. Bank account debited. Share forfeiture account debited. Share forfeiture account debited to share capital account. Equity share capital account. Ma'am, you are using equity share here, but you are not using in front of share forfeiture. In front of share forfeiture, don't use it. That will not be called as equity share forfeiture and all. Don't use that. Okay. So now, bank account, how many shares we are reissuing? 500. How many we have cancelled? That many shares we are reissuing. 500 into, for how much price you are reissuing? ಎಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಅದನ್ನ ವಾಪಸ್ಸು ಸಾಗರಿಗೆ? ಯು ಆರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಟ್ ರುಪೀಸ್ 7 ರೂಪೀಸಿಗೆ ಮಾರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ. ಸೊ ಟೇಕ್ ದಟ್ 7 rupees here. 500 into 7. Here also 500 into 500 into. But what is the total price of that share? The total price of that share is 10 rupees. In the capital, take the face value. 10 minus 7 is 3. 3 you write it here. 7 is the reissue price. 10 is the face value. 10 minus 7, 3 you have to write it. 7 5s are 35. 3500. 5 3s are 15. 1500. 5 10s are 5000. Clear? Yes. Now, after reissuing, then you have to transfer the profit. Profit will be transferred to capital reserve. Ma'am, where will be that profit? That profit will be there in this share forfeiture. So, what is the entry for transferring? Share forfeiture account debited to share capital reserve account. Capital reserve. Amount, ma'am. 1 minute. Amount, ma'am. See here, you can see the forfeiture here. Take this amount. And here you can see the forfeiture. Take this amount. Both you minus it. Okay. Okay. 2500 minus 1500, which comes to 1000. 1000 will transfer it to the capital reserve. This forfeiture, you have to minus it and then take the value. By this we have completed your shares problem over subscription problem. If you have any doubt after seeing this question, you can ask me. I'll just reply you. It is very simple. See, it is as usual to the premium, but only thing is in the second entry to bank account will come. Apart from that, everything will same. but in premium, in the third entry you will get 2 securities premium. That is one changes, that's all. In the third entry you will get 2 securities premium in the premium problem, but in oversubscription problem, in the second entry you will get 2 bank account. That's all. Other everything will remain same. Hope you people understood a little bit, but I am not satisfied with the explanation, but we have to tell why it is debited, why it is credited, everything. Because of a time constraint, I've just went on explaining you people like this. You have to cope up with that. If you can't understand, just by heart it and put it in your paper. That is the only option left with you as of now. Okay, so next I'll put the problems on the death. Few people have asked for the death problems. I'm going to solve all the problems of your model question paper 1, 2, 3 death problems. After that I'll do with few people have asked with some gain ratio and sacrifice ratio. I'll do that problem also. So prepare well for your exam. Thank you. Bye.